Alright, Knights of Apollo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the battlefield. Once again, we are playing Napoleon Total War. I'm playing with General Cody, and we are at the pyramids. Now, this is a practice round. We were warming up for the charity matchup, which, of course, I uploaded all the battles of that charity matchup. If you haven't seen it, look down in the video description. But yeah, this matchup is really interesting because the enemy player is a Chad gamer. I gotta give him some mad props here because he does something really cool, which you will see very soon. Now, before we dive too deep into this battle, we do have a sponsorship. So speaking of Chad gamers, every Chad gamer needs to get a Ridge wallet. Alright guys, so this right here is the Ridge wallet. It is built to last, it's made out of metal, and it has a lifetime warranty, so you'll never need another wallet again. This is just a perfect, beautiful product. The design is super simple, but very, it's very sleek. Like, it holds up to 13 cards, but you wouldn't be able to tell just by the design. It's super thin. Like, I hate big clunky wallets that, you know, it's just thin. It's almost like you forget it's in your pocket. It's just so perfect. In the back, they have a little loose money dollar clip that you can put your money into. So it has everything you need. It's very minimal. It's just a really cool wallet that I have enjoyed ever since I got mine, and I've never looked back. So if you look on their website, you can see that there's tons of different types of wallets, but you guys do get a special code for being the epic Knights of Apollo. So if you go to ridge.com/Apollo or use the link down in the video description, so use the link, go to their website and use the code Apollo, all capitalized, at checkout, and you will get 10% off on your purchase. So please be sure to use that discount so you can save some money and get an epic wallet. So big thank you to Ridge Wallet for the sponsorship, and let's get back into the battle. Alright guys, welcome back to the battle. So right here, General Cody is playing as France. I am playing as Russia, currently sending over some units of cav to support them for this hill attack. Now France, we're taking on France. Cody's also France, so just look at the mini-map if you ever get confused. But France has a ton of cav supporting their British allies. So France and the UK literally playing some of the craziest faction, like strongest faction. And oh, I hit them hard with the artillery here, with just devastating outcome here. Fantastic. But you can see they made a mad rush to the hill. Now, keep in mind, we're playing this to practice for the charity matchup, which, of course, you guys have already seen, or you should have seen. But our strategy here, originally, we thought the battle was going to take place at this hill. This is like the strategic hill that everybody fights for. But no, it seems, well, obviously, if you watch the charity matchup, it plays out a little differently. But yeah, we're fighting for the hill because the team on this side that spawns here, they get to the hill much faster. Now, props to Cody for moving in as fast as he possibly could. He's got these chasseurs in the front line, using the lights to try to pepper down the British. Now, if you zoom in, a lot of the terrain is blocking the sight of these lobsters in front of him, so he might want to move up, but he is getting hit with artillery as we're in a bit of a standstill here. Now, over on this side, this is where things get confusing. France v. France. Now, we are just shredding this guy with artillery. Now, the funny thing about this matchup, the only rules, again, we were practicing for the charity matchup, right? The only rules we had is, oh yeah, is no fixed and no unicorn. And we said howitzers were fine, so we got the experimental howitzer, and he was yelling at us for being cheaters. You know? I was like, what? So he's already upset at this point of the battle because he claims that we have fixed artillery, which we don't. And so I don't know, he's being weird. But he's kind of moving up here with cav as well. Look at this. He's really trying to put the pressure onto my ally. Now, another thing I want to note here, and look at this, look how aggressive he's being with his young guard and his Polish Legion. He's trying to cut us off, which is a terrible idea, because I'm just going to close in on that flank like so, and I've got my Russian Jaegers just opening fire. Now, it's not a perfect angle. A lot of the shots are going into the dirt, but that's okay. It's visually, it looks like I'm putting a ton of pressure on him. I'm sure it's putting pressure on the player. He formed square for some reason. I guess he saw my cav. My ally is moving over. General Cody moving over some cav as well, because he's kind of mirroring the movement of this cav unit, or the multiple cav units. So we're just kind of looking out. See, he's trying to go for my Jaegers. I instantly fall back and try to get my cav in the mix, which I do. I got some heavy cav. So I'm going to do some slow motion here. One thing I forgot to mention in the intro is that I often get on this game to get screenshots, right? For the thumbnails and everything. Well, to do that, I turn off these little flags here. These little flags that really help you see, you know, where your units are, their morale and everything. Well, I forgot to turn that back on. So I'm kind of playing blind. I can't really see the flags. I can't tell when someone's breaking. I can't tell when someone's weak, or if it's an enemy or friendly at quick glance. It's really difficult to play without the flags over your units. Anyways, let's go back to normal speed. You can see the cav is having an epic fight in the sands of Egypt. But yeah, here comes some lifeguard horse. I brought some deadly cav to the fight. I really want to make sure I win this engagement. And you can see, especially on the minimap, we are starting to break his cav, and I saved my Jaegers. Some of them took some good damage. Like, for example, this one's down to 39 out of 90. So it was a decent charge by the French, but it's not going to lead to much. Now over here, General Cody is advancing his young guard and his old guard, advancing on the French position. Now my artillery is got him good, because, you know, one thing he didn't learn with artillery is don't clump up. Do not clump up. That's like instant bad. You know, that instant bad. It's not going to be good. But now my infantry is in the fight. You can see the Russian forward. Now, this is why the player on, and look at this, we just like clash here. This is why the British player here, I want to give him a huge props. His teammate at this point of the battle has left the game. All right, so technically it's a 2 versus 1. Well, it's like a 2v2, but one team is AI, and look at this. Look at this. Yeah. The AI is trash, okay? The AI is utter garbage. So this is basically a 2 versus 1, and now the British are going to find themselves outnumbered and surrounded. And the reason I want to make this video is because I respect this player so much. The fact that he was like, you know what? I'm going to keep trying to fight. Now, does he win? We'll see. But you know, not likely, right? I mean, it's a 2 versus 1, but I respect the fact that he's like, oh, I don't have a teammate. Oh, well, too bad. Not a big deal. I'm going to keep fighting. Now the odds are even. Epic style. But the French have charged in against my musketeers. My Russian musketeers. Russia. So they're fighting the good fight. We've got some old guard in the mix. But yeah, I'm just quickly taking out the French army because the player's gone, and you can see I'm charging in cav. It's just a big nightmare for him. Voltigeurs? I don't know. You don't pronounce the G's. You don't pronounce G's in French. Like, I don't know. I think it's a W sound, like where's? I don't know. I don't know. You know what Voltigeurs means? It means flyers, right? Pretty sure that means flyers, like to fly, or not pilots, but like I don't know. Someone who's French can explain it better than me. Anyways, we're just running down their lights at this point, and the French army has been completely routed. Now the British find themselves surrounded. And my goodness, this guy, see, I'm telling you guys, If every Total War player was like this, Total War would be a great community, but it's not, okay? It's okay. It can be okay. Sometimes it gets a little cringe, especially if you're a Warhammer fan. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, all right? Calm down, okay? It's just a joke here. You can like Warhammer, okay? You know, that's fine. I won't judge. Okay, I'll judge a little bit, but whatever. It is what it is, you know? You do you. Anyways, this is a bold move by General Cody. Now, let me do some slow motion here. Here's mistake number 1 from us. And remember, this is me and General Cody. We did pretty well together, but this is some major miscommunication. And it's mostly my fault. General Cody's going in right now because he's feeling it. We just defeated the other French player, and now it's just down to 1 army. Yeah, he's gonna go in. He's gonna get some stuff done. So he's charging in some chasseurs cheval. He's got another unit of chasseurs cheval, hunter on horse or hunter of horse. Anyways, they're charging in, and they're gonna get this Lightfoot. And so they're going to get a little bit of damage, but not much. And very wise, the British player forms square formation. Square formation, all right? So yeah. Yeah, that's a smart play, and Cody's getting a little too aggressive. Here's the problem. This is why it's such a big deal. Because I am so far away. My army, what are you doing, Apollo? I mean, seriously, you know what it is? It's because I didn't have my flags on. I swear, it's just like, try envisioning this without flags. It's really difficult. So I'm just taking my time because I see Cody going in. I'm like, oh, Cody's got it. He's got it. He's got this. So I'm like, I'm just going to walk my troops so they're not too tired. Anyways, let's go back to normal speed. Cody's also closing in through the gaps here. He's got some Fusiliers of line going against the 88th Foot, a very elite, deadly, famous unit. So they're kind of holding the gaps in the towns. And Cody is... What is this? Oh, the British charged some... They countercharged into Cody's lines. And now the British are charging in with some King German Legion, some angry Germans wanting revenge against the French. They're kicking their butts. So, yeah, really good cav charge. Broke most of Cody's lights. At this point, I'm like, oh, Cody's kind of losing over here. I might want to hurry my ass up to the battlefield and stop walking like this is just a beautiful day in the park. Let's go. Come on, Musketeers, move. Move. So, yeah, a bunch of Musketeers. Moscow Musketeers moving up. This is so cool. I love this. This is like my favorite map on Napoleon Total War. It's just so cool. Love the terrain. Now, my general's under attack somehow. I guess artillery. Or, I don't know. It happens. But, yeah, Cody's getting melted here. And he's like, at this point, Cody's like, uh-oh. I think I need some major help. I think I messed up. But yeah, so he's falling back and he's waiting for me. This is where I finally like, oh, okay, you know, let's go into the 6th gear. Let's get up here a little bit faster because Cody's losing his army. That's okay. At this point, I mean, look at the balance of power. We're still looking really good. You know, I just got to get my men up there. Everything will be fine. I've got some cav going around the flank. But remember, guys, it is very difficult. Difficile, all right? They're very difficult to play without flags. And sure enough, the British make an absolute Chad move here. Moving in the King's German Legion, or the 10th Hussars. Ooh, pop a shot like epic cowboys. And they're going to go in and charge my defenseless Jaegers. Defenseless Jaegers. And, yeah. Even at this point, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to send in my cav. I'm thinking like, oh, my cav's going to crush his cav. It's not even a big deal. I'm going to save these Jaegers. I'm going to save some of them. Some of them might break, but my cav's going to get in here and kill his cav. And I'm thinking at this point, hey, we're taking care of his cav, right? At least we know where his cav is, and we're taking care of it. Oh, and it's just, yeah, the 15th Hussars. Going to go in for the next line here of Russian Jaegers. Look at him, just being a mad lad. A mad lad. Just killing my crap here. It's not good. But my infantry is now in position. I noticed that the British are weakened thanks to General Cody. We got some artillery firing upon. This is definitely what we need to do. Get that artillery going. I got my Moscow musketeers. I got some normal musketeers here. And then I have another unit of normal musketeers. But man, they are struggling. I probably should have stretched them out a little thinner. I'm so used to NTW3, kind of having those thicker lines. Probably should have had them thinner there. But now I'm like running over my militia. So I've got 2 units of militia moving forward with General Cody's infantry. So I'm going to try to get up there and support his infantry. Back here, I have my elites. Okay? Elites. Got my lifeguard, and then I have lifeguard foot. So these guys I'm saving for last to try to clean up what's left of this player. Now he goes in. What an epic lad here. Goes in with the charge with the 88th foot. He knows. He gives them an honorable charge. And then here's the general. I'm like, oh, licking my lips. Licking my lips. Here's an opportunity. Kill his general, but very wisely, he falls back. Now, over here, you notice that everything's gone. You know why? And we kind of missed it, but the British cav beat my cav's ass. Okay? They crushed me. And they're still intact. 10th Hussars, 15th Hussars. These guys are monsters. They went in, killed my Jaegers, killed my cav. And that's when I'm getting a little concerned. I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good. Hey, Cody, my cav's dead. And then over here, I'm looking at this, and they're still fighting. Finally, we break them. Uh-oh. That's not good. Uh-oh. That's a little worrisome. That's a little worrisome. Get that artillery. Keep that artillery firing. No, we're going after the 5-inch howitzer over here. We're just doing everything we can. Uh-oh. These guys are breaking. Not good. And then here we go. Here we go. So Cody's moving in with everything he's got left. He kind of fell back. He regrouped. He's got his troops ready to go. I'm going to charge in to help absorb some of this ammo. We saw a little bit of this tactic in the charity matchup. But I'm going to absorb this ammo so Cody can close in a little bit closer. And so the rifles, the light units. Oh, excellent hit there. Look at this. Go, militia, go. You're peasants. Your lives don't matter. Not to the king. So we get in there. I die. That's kind of to be expected. General Cody sending over his general to keep his men's spirits high. And things are getting pretty rough here. Pretty rough. He still, keep in mind, he still has infantry reserve watching the rear. He doesn't even need to. We got nothing threatening because my Jaegers dead. Dead. But I still have my elites. And I want to get their bayonets wet. Okay? I want their bayonets soaking with blood. British blood specifically, okay? So I'm going to try to get them into the fight and potentially, if I can, charge them into melee. Okay? Charge them into melee. So the musketeers still fighting over here. Unfortunately, my infantry over here just got annihilated. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. Lifeguard foot. Let's get in there. Come on. Come on. And then as soon as these guys started firing, I had a sense of ease. You know, a sense of relaxation. Because I knew these guys were going to do numbers. They're better than King German Legion foot, and they outnumber them. And I've got them, like, kind of spaced out here perfectly. I've got some musketeers who return to the fight. Unfortunately, the French morale, oof, nice rally there by the British. The French lines have been utterly vanquished. Yeah, they've been utterly destroyed. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good for them. I'm moving more infantry. At this point, I was like, hey, don't worry, Cody. I've got some musketeers to help you. Oh, no. Now Cody's like, YOLO, screw it. I don't care. Send in the general. I got nothing. So he sends in the general. Does as much damage as possible. My infantry over here. Already in orange morale. I think it was red not too long ago. Opening fire on the British. Yep. And then some lifeguard. Got some lifeguard foot here. Nice. Just opening fire on him. More lifeguard over here, opening fire as well. King German Legion. Now, the British go for an epic cav charge. I don't see it. I don't even think I can form square with this unit. That's why I didn't form it, because eventually your unit gets so small they can't even form square. So very good aggressive play by the British player. Look at him. He's just doing work. He's just orchestrating a beautiful symphony right now. And now he's going for the artillery, and we're like, canister, canister, canister. And yeah, I desperately switched to canister. And we do break him. We do break him. I was like, okay, all right. My elites here are fighting the good fight, but they are outnumbered. And guys, the balance of power is still in our favor. Still in our favor, but this is not good. This is not good. My lifeguard here, they're getting kind of double teamed by foot and foot. King German Legion are breaking. I saw that. I'm like, okay, time to advance and put more pressure on these guys. Artillery still active, which is beautiful. Man, this is going to be quite the battle. I got my general up here using rallies and whatnot just to keep my men in the fight. This is what I'm down to, guys. This is what I'm down to. Now, if you look way over here, I've got a unit of musketeers. What? Because I don't have my flags? I don't think I had a mini-map either. I don't think the mini-map was showing either. Anyways, I have a random unit of musketeers with 73 men in the unit. And I was like, oh, crap. And I rush them over here because I'm like, I need all the men I can get. My general goes in for a bold charge. I'm trying to sneak in over here, and I'm going for the artillery, baby. He leaves it undefended. I'm like, this is my time to strike. Unfortunately, at that same time, my infantry break from the fight. I'm down to just one unit of these lifeguard. Oh, yeah. Get them. But, yeah, they're fighting the good fight. Come on, kill them. Now, I'm going to go ahead and break out of there because we just broke the 5-inch howitzer. So, we just declawed the lion, so to speak. That howitzer really helped them stay defensive. Now, because we have the artillery, he's going to have to push us. He's going to have to attack us. So, I'm getting my general out of there because he's still alive. He's somewhere. Where's the lad? He's somewhere in here. I don't know who's... I think it's this guy. Yeah, because he's got... You see, he's got the medal. The medal on his... That makes him the general. But yeah, I'm just keeping him alive, obviously, for morale reasons. My lifeguard are not going to last much longer. But they're just kind of delaying and trying to, you know, keep this infantry to stay put. So me and Cody can continue to shell it. Oh, yeah. Now, what I should be doing is sending this infantry to my artillery. Because I can make a last stand at the artillery. Use canister shot. You never know. We could break the enemy here. We could. But I think I forgot about this unit again. I kind of sent them to run to the big hill, and then I forgot about them. So, I don't remember exactly, but I don't think they run to my artillery. Anyways, we're just going to open fire on the British and hope that artillery can win the day. My general is falling back to my artillery to be extra support for that artillery. And this is where things get spicy, guys. I mean, the longer they wait, the better for us. Open fire, lads. Experimental howitzer. Let's go. You're going to save the day. Right now, I think I'm going for weak units. The King German Legion Lightfoot, they're a big target because their morale is already pretty low. Yeah, sure enough, my infantry, but they're exhausted. I mean, even if I sent them over here, I don't think they would get there in time. So, whatever. It is what it is. They're just going over there. Oh, and there goes canister shot. Getting some kills. And he's going to go ahead and charge in because I just used canister shot. And I don't know if he has ammo. Maybe he doesn't have ammo. But it's a race against the clock at this point. There goes. Oh, fantastic. He doesn't break the unit though, but they could break. The morale is very. Oh, it's going back up. Oh, thank you, Cody. Nice little hit there. Kill the guy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But he's doing the right move here. He's got him in this really. Oh, killed some generals. Come on, one more. Yes. I send in my general, try to protect the artillery. Get him, boys. Get him. Protect this arty. So right here, I'm just praying to kill his general. Here's my general fighting like the mad lad. Absolute respect for this Russian general. I don't know where the British general is. I think, is that him over there? No. What are you looking at? He's like, curse you. In his dying breath, he cursed the British. And unfortunately, my allies' artillery has been destroyed. But the battle is not over. I've got one unit left. This is all I have. And yeah. So that's why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to give mad props to the British player. I'm not saying he's gonna win here, because he's got few men. I have few men, but he does have a general. I don't. So it's not looking good. So big mad props for this British player for not quitting when the other player quit, and just fighting his heart out, man. I wish all Total War players were like this, you know, like regardless of what happens, you just fight it out, and you never know. Sure, you probably will lose most of the time if something crappy happens, like a player leaves or something. But, you know, sometimes you can pull off a miracle, and when you finish, you're like, wow, that was really fun. That was super fun. But yeah, so what I'm doing now is so the way I'm going to try to win this battle, I'm trying to defeat in detail. I'm trying to go after units that are by themselves. You can see I make a move for this unit by themselves, but they very wisely retreat. I'm now using the buildings to kind of give me cover for enemy fire. I make a bold dash, and I was hoping he didn't have any ammo. So unfortunately, I stand my ground here, open fire. I'm using the buildings to kind of screen me over here. He's moving in, but he's going to move away as I go back. So again, I'm just kind of playing the pinball. I'm not trying to be like that guy. Like, I genuinely felt like I could win this battle if it just went well for me. I wasn't like that guy who's like delaying the game, you know, hoping like the other player quits or something. But yeah, he played it really wisely, and there you go, he wins. So Andre, my guy, the absolute legend. And look at that, I did terrible. What a stupid name this player has. Total loser. All right, no, whatever. He quit and claimed we were cheating, but we weren't. General Cody, big props to you, getting 1,100 kills. So it's funny because after this battle, you know, this was a warm-up for that charity battle, because we were playing this at like 4 p.m. The charity battle was at 6, and we were like, uh-oh. We just lost to a bunch of randoms. We lost to a guy that was basically 1v2ing us. This is not good. But thankfully, this was just a warm-up round. It really opened our eyes what we needed to work on, which, of course, I think Cody, if he just held his army back a little bit longer until my army showed up, that was the biggest problem. We just didn't really synergize well in this battle, but we fixed it. And we play a lot better in the future. Also, I didn't have my flags on the interface, so I couldn't really see what was going on in the battle. It was really, really difficult. That's not to take away anything from this guy's victory, though. He played like an absolute stud, and I enjoyed it a lot. So that's going to wrap up the battle, guys. Hope you enjoyed this fight as much as I did. Here's the results. My army did pretty bad. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And, oh, okay, didn't mean to exit like that. I will see you next time on the battlefield.